Hello smart investors, I hope you're doing good. My name is Gabriel Jarrison, I'm from beautiful Paris, France. Today I'm going to talk about Legion M raising on Wefunder. I'm going to try to discuss the company with my investment criteria, see whether it would be a good fit or not to invest, a good or bad idea, potentially. We're going to talk about all of that together on the website, on my computer. Before we start, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the big red subscribe button right below here. This will allow you to make sure that you don't miss any of my videos. I will publish here every week about startups raising money, first of all, and second of all, this will allow you to join the growing community of the smart investors. Here we go. So here I am on the Wefunder website, on the Legion M page. We're going to look at this project together. It's not an easy project to look at. There's a bunch of, it's not a typical startup. Before we start, let me tell you a few things. First of all, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please make your own research before you take any decision, and you have to bear the consequences yourself. That's one thing. Second of all, I'm going to be looking at the investment through my investment criteria list that is here. If you do not know about them yet, I'd like to invite you to download the document. It's a few pages, only 4 to 5 pages. The link is in the description. It's completely free. This will allow you to understand my criteria. What do I mean by those words? I'm going to go a little bit deeper in those few pages and explain to you how I look at a startup. This is something that you'll be able to reuse for yourself later on to be able to invest in startups on your own. Last thing before we start, I'd like to invite you to join my angel list syndicate. The link is in the description here. So this is the investment criteria list. This is the first link. Then if you go here, you can back my syndicate on angel list. If you click there, it'll take you to that page. So this is something that is a non-commitment for you to make. You can see what I invested into recently, what I've done. This will allow you to receive the private deals that I invest into in the US. It's brand new. I just launched it a few weeks ago, but I'm going to grow it. I'm going to spend some time building it, and I'm going to invest in some great deals, mostly from Silicon Valley that I'm looking at right now. So if you want to invest in that, in the great startups that I find with me that are not online, please back my syndicate. I will allow the investment to be as low as $1,000, and it's non-mandatory. There is no commitment for you to back me. Just you'll be able to receive my opportunities. All right. With that out of the way, let's go have a look at Legion M. So Legion M is kind of a weird project to look at. It's not really a startup. It's an entertainment company from Hollywood, but it's fan-owned. So they've made a huge buzz around what they're doing. There's a lot of people backing them. It's really interesting. I've watched that small video here, and we're gonna try to see whether or not they're able to, whether or not it would be a good investment. So the valuation of the company so far is $25.5 million. It's a market cap. So that's the valuation. If you want to invest, it's on Wefunder. I don't know the time left, but if you want to invest, you can invest from $100. So it's really small fee. And this is what they say why you may want to invest. So it was founded by an Emmy-winning digital media pioneer, Paul Scallon and Jeff Anison. It's those guys. And one of the most successful companies in jobs architecture with over 16,000 investors, a worldwide community of 100,000 and more than 7 million raised. So they have a bunch of money already. Okay, good. Projects included Jay and Silent Bob Reboot with Kevin Smith, Mandy with Nicolas Cage, Colossal with Anne Hathaway and Jason Sudeikis, The Bad Samaritan with David Tennant, a bunch of those movies that you might have seen that have kind of had a big worldwide release and that did really well. There's a scout program to become a film scout. It's really a community. So what I'm trying to look at is whether it would be a good investment in terms of what we can invest on Wefunder and on other websites online, whether it's a real startup that has the potential to 10x, maybe even 100x our money. And that's what I'm going to try to look at. It's not easy for that project, so I'm going to do it on the fly with you right now. The members and investors get invitations to exclusive opportunities, so it really is a community, as you can see. The advisory board of industry heavyweight, including executives from Netflix, Sony, Lucasfilm, And yeah, that's pretty much it. So their ambition is, their long-term goal is baked into our logo. The M with the bar over it is the Roman numeral for 1 million. So their goal is to unite 1 million fans as shareholders of the company. And this is cool, but okay, how do you, once you have 1 million fans, how do you make money? So this is where this comes in. So there's the secret plan and there's the how we make money. Let's go with the money first, because I mean, it's obviously what we're interested into. After all, so entertainment is a complex and constantly evolving industry that employs a variety of business models for the production, distribution, monetization of content. While there are many ways a company can make money in entertainment, our plan is to focus on areas where the value chain, where having a built-in audience provides a competitive advantage. So their plan is to have 1 million shareholders and to leverage those shareholders into a crowd, into a community that's going to allow them to make money from those people. So it's kind of, you invest, you're going to be in the investor, and then they're going to make money off of you, of the movies that they're going to release, and they know that you're going to go watch the movies, because you're going to be able to be part of the decision of which movie they make, apparently. So, I mean, okay. So, projects and investment. Our goal is to develop a slate of projects diversified across genre, medium, and risk profile. A startup attempting something that has never been done before. We see many of our early projects as experiments that allow us to better understand our business and prove to ourselves, our investors, and the industry the value that a fan-owned company can provide. As of this writing, July 2019, Legion M has implemented many different business models, including the ones listed below. Feature film equity investment, development, marketing partnerships, distribution, merchandising, live events. All right, so they've been doing a bunch of things. This is already kind of a very bad signal for me. Okay, let's talk about what we can see right away. So traction, we can say yes, there's a big community behind it. Margins and monetization, this is what we're going to talk about. It's kind of the hard point, because they don't even really know what their strategy is. Scalability is going to be also hard. So let's talk about the market. The market is obviously huge. The entertainment market, the movie production market. We can talk about the team very quickly. They're Emmy Award winners or something like that. They're very interesting dudes. Yeah, Emmy-winning digital media pioneers. So those dudes know what they're doing. They're pretty smart. I mean, they're big in the industry, so that's already a good thing. The advisory board is pretty good. We have people from Netflix, from Sony Pictures here, Netflix, Emmy Award-winning studio, some big famous actors, stuff like that. So the advisory is pretty good. And the Legion M co-founders have founded 3 startups, created over 400 jobs, raised 140 million in venture capital, made Forbes list of names you should know, and won an Emmy Award. All right, so this is Paul and this is Jeff. We're gonna go have a look at their LinkedIn. This is the rest of the team. I'm going to go through it. There's 16,000 plus investors that have invested more than $8 million. So that's, I mean, it's kind of, for me, the way I'm seeing this the firsthand is kind of scary that they're really planning more on making money from a million investors than from their product, what they're doing. So, but anyway. So yeah, he's co-founder of Moby TV for 15 years. He co-founded something else in California. He's been all over. So this guy Paul is really the bomb. He knows what he's doing. And Jeff, his co-founder, I'm guessing is pretty much the same. If it will load, co-founder and president of Legion M. They're both in San Francisco. He was founder and chairman. He still is for 7 years of the New York Rock Exchange. That's pretty fun. The name CEO of Underground Labs for 6 years, also co-founder of Moby TV. He was an engineer at Hasbro, and so those guys are awesome. All right, let's see about the revenue. Like any other company, the goal of Vision is to make more money than we spend. Financial success is key to the long-term variability. Okay, growth, strategic benefits. So we don't really know how much money they made so far. Let's see if they say what they did here in terms of, I don't want to read everything because it looks such like a huge, but yeah, there's no numbers here, right? Here either. So we don't know if they made money on that. So if the movie becomes a hit, then of course you get returns, but you still have to prove that you know how to do that, right? So, let's see about merchandising. We use Kickstarter to launch pre-sale of a comic book. Kickstarter completed 130K, 20x the average for a comic book on Kickstarter. Okay. Live event production. So, okay. So we do not know how much money they're making. And that's really... So, okay, Legion M makes a P&A investment of 100,000 in Wefunder team with a return based on success. As part of the deal, we agreed to host an opening weekend. We spent 15,000 on the project, 15% around the film release, provide Legion M 15% around the 100K. When the final numbers are tallied, we invested 100K and received 100 in the return, making a project break even for us. But that's not really what we want. So they ended up having a 135 ROI. So they have proved that they know how to do it. My big concern is, so okay, first of all, it's not really scalable, all right? Because they want to make events, you got to have people to organize it. They want to make movies, you have to run them, you have to hire actors, you have to do a bunch of those stuff. What is scalable would be the investment in the movies, feature film equity investment. This is the only scalable part, but most of it isn't scalable. All right, so this is going to be in red. The monetization, I'm going to say yes. They know how to monetize. Obviously, the margins, I'm going to say no, not because it's not high, just because we just don't really know. All right, we just don't really know. That's it. The unfair advantage. There's no really proprietary technology. There's no really... I mean, someone else could come and do the same. Like if I'm saying, okay, it's just a question of the reach you're able to have to get. So they have 16,000 backers so far. I don't know where they are. I saw them somewhere. Here, all right? So this is kind of an unfair advantage. But if you have a big enough reach, or if you're able to pay enough marketing online to go on in many platforms like they're doing on Wefunder right now, you're probably able to reach as many people. And so they have a very small unfair advantage of their already existing 16,000 investors. But apart from that, I'm pretty sure anyone else could do the same. There's no technology. Movies are being made everywhere in Hollywood. So there's no unfair advantage for me, I guess. And with all of that and the revenue that is still, they're looking for ways to make revenue. They made 100K out of an event, 135K out of a movie. I'm going to say that the 25 million valuation is way too high for a company that is, yeah. So, and that's what I was afraid of. I didn't prepare the video. I do it on the fly. As you know, I think it's important to see me going through the process of looking for information, because it's the same process that everyone is going through, that you are going through on your computer. So, but this is what I was afraid of. It looked from the beginning, and it really looks right now like a company that is looking more to make money from its investors than from its products. Even for the traction, I said yes here because there's a huge traction in terms of people that invest, in terms of community, but in terms of what they're selling, because they don't really know what they're selling, so they do not really have a big traction on their product because there is no real product. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to leave the green one for the community, but at the same time, yeah, there's no real product, so there's no real traction here. So there's a bunch of red points here, a bunch of green ones. It's half and half. That being said, as you probably know, this doesn't mean that I'm not investing. Sometimes it has some red points and I'm still investing. Sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes everything's green and I'm still not investing. So if you want to know if I'm investing or not in Legion M, feel free to join the Private Investment Club. Let me show you. The link is also here in the description, Private Investment Club. If you join that club, I'll let you know whether or not I'm investing here. And why, what's the reason for my investment, or what's the reason that I'm not investing. And I will also tell you on all of those platforms that I do videos about, Republic, Wefunder, all of them, which are the startups that I'm investing into and why. Then if you want to invest with me in startups that are outside of those websites, please back my syndicate. So that's it for Legion M. Thank you for watching. Please do tell me what you think about the projects. Are you going to invest or not? And why? I really love to know your reasons. So please leave a comment below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone else. If you're not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so with the subscribe button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye.